Hey everybody, this is going to be my TBR for August. My theme for August is usually back to school type books, so I have a good collection of those here today. And there's some that I've already had for last month that are on here again. There's 17 books here. Most of these are buddy reads other than like two, so yeah. I do plan on trying to match my buddy reads with a book of my own as I read through. So yeah, that should be pretty fun, but no promises. Again, I might change some books or whatever, but yeah, here are the first couple of books that I've already started on. I have The Beast Beneath the Boardwalk from the Shiver series. I'm on page like 70, I think, of this. Nothing's happened. This is a buddy read that I've been reading. Next up, I have Invasion of the Body Squeezers Part 2. I read Part 1 last month, and I started Part 2. I'm on page like 50 of this, I think, and it's actually not bad. I remember not liking this as a kid, and now I kind of don't mind it. Not much has happened, but it's enough to keep me pretty well entertained. Starting with the buddy reads here, we have a Fear Street book, Who Killed the Homecoming Queen? I have The New Girl in the Fear Street series. I also have in the new Fear Street series, last month I read the Camp Out book in the series, and it was very impressive. So we have Scream, Jennifer, Scream. And then we're jumping into the original Goosebumps series. I have The Haunted School, one of my favorites from being a child. This is a really good book. I hope that it holds up, now as an adult. I'm sure it does. I'm sure this book is just as great, if not better. So yeah, I'm looking forward to reading this. This is a lot of people's favorites, and rightfully so. This is one of the best books in the series. I just haven't done a review for it, and I want to, reread all the originals. All right. Continuing with some rereads, I have some Series 2000 books that I'll be reading, and they're all kind of back to school based. We have Creature Teacher. I remember liking this as a kid when I read it. Definitely deserves a reread. Jumping out of the back to school theme, I have an Are You Afraid of the Dark book, The Tale of Three Wishes. The only reason this is here is because the friend that I'm buddy reading with has this book, and I think that she really wants to read it, and I decided, why not? I've never read an Are You Afraid of the Dark book. I only have 4 of them. They're super expensive, so let's try it. Continuing with Series 2000, I have Earth Geeks Must Go. Probably my favorite of the Series 2000. I haven't reread it. I read this like 6 years ago, probably, and I haven't reread it, but yeah, this was my favorite up until, now. So we're going to see if it holds up. We have Scream School, which I remember not liking, but it's a school theme, and I haven't done a review on it either. Brain Juice, which I do remember liking, and I haven't read it. I reread it, I meant, but I do remember liking this book a lot. I remember this kid in school had this book, and I didn't know what the title was, and I just remember seeing this big gross brain on the front cover. And we're going back to the Give Yourself Goosebumps series. We have Hocus Pocus Horror. This was on my TBR for last month. We just haven't gotten around to buddy reading it yet. And next is a newer book that I have. Or not a newer book in sense of this book being new, but it came from the internet in the Give Yourself Goosebumps series. So a fun story about me is I've never had internet up until now, and I figured this would be perfect to read for having internet, But yeah, as it came from the internet. I have The Curse of Camp Cold Lake from the original series. Haven't reread it yet. This was on my TBR for last month. But yeah, definitely looking forward to reading this one. I still have The Bridge to Terabithia, which is a book that I don't remember ever reading by myself. I remember it being read to us in kindergarten. And I have one more Shivers book, The Awful Apple Orchard I also had this on last month's TBR. And the very final book I have here is I Was a Sixth Grade Zombie from the Ghost of Fear Street series. I've had this on my TBR for a while, and I really want to knock some of these out. So yeah, this is definitely one that I really want to try. I'll also be trying some other books too that I plan on reading. Like I said, I really wanted to try to match up a buddy read with a book of my own, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that, but I would like to try it. There's a couple of Spine Tinglers books that I want to try. Don't Go to the Principal's Office, The Dead Kid Did It, The Substitute Creature. There's 2 Bone Chillers books that I want to read. called Creature Teacher and Back to School. There's a couple of Bailey School Kids books that'll be fitting for this. So, but yeah, we'll all see if I can manage to squeeze those in there. But don't be surprised if you see those pop up on my TBR too. But yeah, that's my 17 books for my TBR. Please let me know in the comments below if you've read any. What are your thoughts on these books? And yeah, that'll be it for me, guys. Bye.